Dear students, let us begin direct and indirect speech. So, what is direct speech and what is indirect speech? It means we can understand through this image. You can answer the question what did he or she say in two methods. One is by repeating the words spoken, this is called direct speech, and another is by reporting the words spoken, this is called indirect or reported speech. So here you can see Siam says I am happy, and indirect speech is that Siam said she was happy, and direct speech is that Siam said I am happy. Let us go further. Rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. First of all, assertive sentences. Dear students, assertive means here affirmative or negative sentences. Now, first of all, we are going to have the rules in which there is no change at all. So, what are the conditions? Let us try to know. Rule number one is reporter, which is also known as subject or speaker, then reporting verb, and if the reporting verb belongs to present or future tense. Then you have to write reporting object if it is given, then removing inverted commas, place conjunction that, then reported speech, and in this condition there will be no change at all in the reported speech while converting it into indirect speech. Dear students, an example is given. Raman says. Here says belongs to simple present tense. That's why there will be no change in the reported speech. Mrinal has finished the assigned work. This is called direct speech. So, indirect speech is Raman says that Mrinal has finished the assigned work. This is called indirect speech. Second example is Savita will say, comma, inverted commas begin, it was raining then. This is direct speech. Here will say belongs to simple future tense. So that's why while converting it into indirect speech, there will be no change at all in the tense of the reported speech. Let us see the example. Savita will say that it was raining then. So this is an indirect speech. Here in the reported speech, it was raining then. There is no change at all in the reported speech while converting it into indirect. Dear students, let us have the rule number 2, in which if the reported speech of direct speech expresses universal truth, habit, historical event or nature. So there will be also no change in the tense of reported speech while converting it into indirect speech. The rule is a reporter or speaker or subject, then reporting verb, and in this part reporting verb will be of past tense, then reporting object if it is given. After that, conjunction that at the place of inverted commas or removing inverted commas, then reported speech, and in this reported speech there will be no change at all in the indirect speech. Example number 1, Ravi said the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is direct speech. So here you can see Ravi is reporter, this is the speaker, said is the reporting verb, and inverted commas are given. And the statement which is written inside the inverted commas, this is known as reported speech. So the reported speech expresses here the universal truth. So that's why there will be no change at all in the indirect speech. We can see the answer. Ravi said that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is indirect speech. Dear students, further rules, rule number 3, and this rule is applied when all other rules are not uh, applied for. Note number 1, every tense of reported speech is changed into past tense while changing it into indirect speech. Rule is over here, reporter or speaker, and then reporting verb. Reporting verb will be of past tense. Past tense means here that said, explained, described, told, etc. Then reporting object if it is given, then conjunction that. at the place of reporting inverted commas, then reported speech, and reported speech will be changed into past tense. Example number 1, she said to me, Mike would has been absent yesterday. This is a direct speech. So you have she, this is a reporter, said to, this is a reporting verb, me here the reporting object, and the statement which is given in the inverted commas, this is known as a reported speech, and this reported speech belongs to present perfect tense. So the tense will be changed here. She told me that Mike would had been absent the previous day. So here the inverted commas statement has been changed into past perfect tense. So overall indirect speech is here. She told me that Mike would had been absent the previous day, and yesterday would be changed into previous day or the day before. Dear students, let us have the changes in the tense. It means how we can change the tenses while converting direct speech into indirect speech. Number 1, present simple. This will be changed into past simple, present continuous into past continuous, past simple into past perfect, present perfect into past perfect, and even present perfect continuous also in past perfect continuous tense. And will future form would be changed into would. And after that there will be an use of infinitive. It means bare infinitive without to. Can, could, may, might, then shall, should, and have to will be changed into had to. Then imperative sentence, infinitive. It means if there is the verb given in reported speech, go or watch, so we have to write to go or to watch. In the same reference, let us have how to change the pronouns while changing the direct speech into indirect speech. It means what kind of pronoun will be changed in which pronoun. So the rule of son upon 1, 2, 3 is to be applied. Here son means we have described over here. S for speaker, subject or reporter. O for object or reporting object here. And N for no change. And 1, 2, 3 also. Number 1 represents first person, number 2 second person, and number 3 third person. So explanation of this rule is that if reported speech contains the pronoun of first person, so it will be changed according to the person, number, gender of subject. It means speaker. And if the pronoun of reported speech belongs to second person, so while converting it into indirect speech, it will be changed. The pronoun will be changed according to the person, number, gender of reporting object. And if the pronoun of reported speech belongs to third person, it means he, she, it or they, so there will be no change in the pronoun of the reported speech. Dear students, according to this table, we can see over here, if first person belongs to if first person's pronoun is given, so it will be changed according to subject, and second person's pronoun according to object, and third person no change. And here is the pronoun family, you can see over here and go through. Next is changing the pronouns. So overall all the changes of pronouns are given: direct speech, indirect speech, I, you, we, me, you, us, my, your, our, mine, your, ours. These are the possessive case. So they are changed accordingly as I have said earlier. Some other changes in reported speech. Other changes means here that the time, place in reported speech. So direct speech, if the direct speech contains now, so it will be changed into indirect speech while reported speech. Then, so now, then, today, that day, here, there, this, that. And we can see here in example, direct speech, then reported speech. So the children are playing outside now. He said that the children were playing outside then. Now has been changed into then. Another example is given, I have got a piano lesson today. She said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Put that box here. This is an imperative sentence. He told us to put the box there. Now here has been changed into there. I shall be very busy this week. She said that she would be very busy that week. So here that has been changed. this into that. Now changing direct speech into indirect speech, for the rules are of interrogative. Interrogative contains two types of sentences. One begins with helping verb and another begins with question word. So we are going to have the rule of first one begins with helping verb. It means if the reported speech begins with helping verb, so we have to apply the rule number one. First of all, reporter, speaker or subject, they are synonymous. And after that, reporting verb, asked or inquired of, sometimes a demanded verb can be also used. Then reporting object if it is given, then if or whether you have to use just like conjunctions. Then reported speech, and this reported speech will be changed into past tense as well as into assertive sentence. Example is given, she said to him, have you been waiting for her since morning? This is direct speech. So here she, this is the reporting verb, sorry, reporter, and said to, this is reporting verb, and him reporting object, and the question is given. So here have, this is the helping verb, and the tense of the reported speech is present perfect continuous tense. So while changing it into indirect speech, the tense of reported speech will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. Let us see the example. She asked him if he had been waiting for her since morning. So this is the example of indirect speech. Another example of the same kind of rule is given over here. John said, do they not revise the topic now? This is the direct speech. Indirect speech is John asked if or whether they did not revise the topic then. This is an indirect speech. So the tense here, the simple present tense has been changed into simple past tense. Second rule, which I have already told, that if the reported speech begins with question word, so rule number 2 of interrogative will be applied. First of all, reporter, which is also known as speaker, then reporting verb, asked, inquired or demanded, then reporting object if it is given, then question word, it means what, why, where, how, which, you have to use as conjunction. Then reported speech, and this speech will be changed into past tense as well as in assertive sentence. Example number 1, they said to him, why have you not attended the meeting yet? So here students, let us see, they, this is the subject, this is the reporter, said to, this is a reporting verb, him reporting object, and in inverted commas the statement is given, this is the question, and this question will begins with question word why, and the tense is present perfect tense. So while changing it into indirect speech, the tense of reported speech will be changed into past perfect tense. Let us see the example as an answer. They asked him why he had not attended the meeting yet. So here you can see conjunction why. This question word has been used over here as conjunction. So they asked him, the reporter asked here is reporting verb and him reporting object. Why here the conjunction here, and he had not attended the meeting yet. This sentence is the assertive and its tense is past perfect tense. Another example has been given over here. Rupali said, how can he not explain it now? So Rupali is the reporter, said reporting verb, and how can he not explain it now? This is the reported speech, and question begins with question word how. Let us see the answer. Rupali asked how he could not explain it then. This is an indirect speech. Dear students, this is the exercise. You can attempt it, and after that we are going to have the rules of imperative sentence. Imperative sentence in which reported speech begins with first form of the main verb in affirmative sentence, and in negative sentence it begins with do not or never. So first of all we are going to have the rule of affirmative. A reporter or a speaker, then reporting verb. Reporting verb will be advised, suggested, ordered, appealed, requested according to the sense of the sentence. Then reporting object if it is given. Then at the place of inverted commas, it means removing inverted commas, you have to use infinitive to. It means 2 plus V1. Then reported speech. Example number 1 is given. Mathur said to me, please finish the task timely. Mathur, reporter, said to, this is reporting verb, me reporting object. Please finish the task timely. This is reported speech and this belongs to imperative sentence affirmative. Its answer is Mathur requested me, because the word please has been written over here. So the verb reporting verb will be requested. Mathur requested me to finish the task timely. This is an indirect. Dear students, let us have another example of the same. She said, respect the teachers and parents. Answer is, she advised to respect the teachers and parents. Dear students, let us have the imperative rules, second part, negative. In negative, reporter, speaker, which comes first, then reporting verb, remain as it is. Advised, suggested, ordered, appealed, requested. Then reporting object if it is given. And then adverb not or never just before the infinitive. Then infinitive. Infinitive means here 2 plus V1 means first form of the main verb, then reported speech. Example number 1, the doctor said to her, do not eat too much now. So here we can see the answer. The doctor advised her not to eat too much then. Another example is given. She said to them, don't tell a lie. Answer is, she advised them not to tell a lie. So dear students, overall, these are the rules of direct speech to indirect speech, and further the rules of exclamatory sentences we will have in the next video. So dear students, thank you very much, and hopefully I think you have got it.